Hey, what's going on, guys? Jay Will here again at Veteran Nerd Review. Getting ready to give you guys another figure review on the Joe Classified Series Flint action figure. And man, he's a pretty cool figure. I'll give him that. He is kind of stiff, on the stiffer side. He went on sale a few times. I was able to pick up about 4 of him to try to do customs and maybe make my own Marvel Legends MCU Punisher. And maybe some troops or whatnot to help flesh out my G.I. Joe shelf. But other than that, pretty basic figure. I don't think he is really worth more than about $15 or so. But he looks cool. He looks cool. I definitely like the vest, the tack vest and everything, and the shells on his chest. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Get it out the way. Back him up. And let's take a quick look at the packaging. Guys, go ahead, if you can, if it's not too big of a deal or hassle, go ahead and subscribe for me. So that way you guys will be looped in, hit the notification bell, and be up to date on all the things I got going for you guys. I got some great deals and some plans and whatnot. I'm getting ready to do a raffle, probably sometime maybe in the summertime. So you guys want to just be tuned in for that, at least by then. So that way you guys have a chance to win some pretty awesome figures I'm piling up for you guys. So yeah. As far as the packaging goes, got a pretty standard G.I. Joe window packaging right there. Some artwork of Flint right there on the front. Artwork on the side. Looks pretty cool. Got G.I. Joe Classified Series title right there, title card. Not much else going on with the packaging. We've got some artwork right there, all the figures. There he is right there, of course. All the figures I'm guessing are getting their own or already have their own figures that are out and whatnot. But yeah, not much else going on there. Get this guy a little bit closer. Let's go ahead and bring in some other guys to do some comparisons with, shall we? First up, we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Sergeant Duke Hauser. From the first wave of figures that came out for this line, we have the the Roadblock figure from that line as well, from the first set, that first wave right there. We also have Sergeant Slaughter, just came out recently. And we have the Timber and Snake Eyes 2-pack, Snake Eyes. So he's got a nice little setup right there, nice little grouping. That was his team. I'm guessing will probably be team leader. I'm not as familiar with this figure or this character as I would like to be. I'm assuming he's one of the higher ranking members of the G.I. Joe organization. So I'm assuming he'd probably be like team lead, something like that. If not, it'd probably just default back to Duke. But yeah, they look pretty good together. Let's go ahead and put some Marvel Legends in there. We have the Marvel Legends Ant-Man. I believe this was from a earlier wave with the a Thanos Build-A-Figure maybe. Not all the way sure, such a while ago. So you can see he does scale in pretty well, of course, with Marvel Legends figures, as of course is the goal. And now let's get down to accessories. He comes with his pistol that does get his own functional holster right here on his right side. You can just slide that in. And he has this, I guess, G.I. Joe Universe version of a shotgun right here. It has its own holster as well. And he does come with his cover right here. I forgot what we call these, but it's mainly worn on dress uniforms or when you're in garrison overseas or something like that. But yeah, looks pretty cool. It fits his head nice and snugly. And I believe that is it for his accessories. All that he came with. Oh, some people off the side fell over. Not a big deal. But yeah, pretty cool. Like I said, he looks pretty cool. And I see that face. I see a John Bernthal kind of look in that face right there. So I don't know. I think I might open up one of my other copies and maybe like try to see if I can customize, put maybe like a scruffy kind of like beard on him or something like that maybe. Because the hair is already kind of just there. It kind of just matches the hair already. I don't know. Maybe try to do my own slight re-sculpting of the face. I don't know. Or maybe like one of those sites that have the custom 3D head sculpts printed out that you can print out for like a couple bucks, $5-10 or so, and make this like my own tactical, repaint the uniform, make my own tactical MCU Punisher. Anyway, let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? figure does look pretty good. Nice sculpting here and there. Paint looks pretty clean. No real gripes or anything to fuss about or anything like that. No paint bleeding or anything. Ever so minor of a complaint, maybe. His hairline right here on the side, it does look like it's kind of pushed back just a little bit, maybe. So like the black paint didn't really cover the line where his hairline is meant to be, but you know, you can't get everything perfect. So, yeah. And as far as articulation goes, his head can look up that far. So pretty good range up. Pretty good range down. Side to side motion with a little bit of hip tilt, because he does have the independent neck joint right there in between that can move independently of the shoulders and the head itself. So you get a good range right there. Shoulder move to the side that far. Yeah, that far. Down all the way around. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows that bend in about that far. Wrist swivel with dice rolling motion. Okay, cool. Is it the same for this side? No, he has one dice rolling motion and one back and forth motion. So yeah, pretty cool. Nice little variant right there. And as far as I can tell so far, oh, before I forget, he does have the G.I. Joe Classified Series butterfly joint in the shoulders, but it doesn't really help as much as you want it to, because you barely get like any movement forward and back with the butterfly joint. Yeah, but anyway, back to the chest. As far as I can tell, he does not have a chest crunch or upper torso crunch or diaphragm or anything like that. Just one solid piece underneath his vest here. But he does have the diaphragm joint right there at the waist, where the waist cut would be. So you get like a good little range right there. Rotation, of course. Not a real big crunch back or anything like that, because there's no, of course, crunches or anything like that in there. But yeah, you get just enough to make him be able to move. Get into a running pose maybe. Let's kick out to the sides that far. Kicks forward that far. Backwards a little bit. Upper thigh cut. Double joint knees. Always good to have that. Boot cut. Up and down motion of the feet. And ankle pivot. So yeah. Get a okay range of motion right there. I'm just slightly disappointed with the chest portion, because I see they had to cover it up. Well, it was already, the idea I guess was to already have it covered up with the chest piece, so they decided to say nix the chest articulation, but it's okay. I'm not that big of a fusser when it comes to articulation, as long as it is somewhat functional and not a big block of plastic like, say, maybe the Marvel Select Abomination figure. It looks amazing, but the articulation is just, he's got like maybe like he's got like 8 points of articulation. So yeah, but that is the G.I. Joe Classified Series Flint figure in all his glory. And yeah, I'd say if you can pick him up or score him for like 10 to 12 bucks or so, why not? You know, just flesh out your G.I. Joe shelf a little bit more. And as always, guys, I appreciate you guys for stopping by, and feel free to check out some more of my videos and my reviews. I've got some McFarlane figures that I'm doing, Marvel Legends, of course, and I haven't really quite got to the Transformers genre yet. I'm getting ready to set up for that, but it should be pretty great. So yeah, you guys be safe out there and take it easy.